Media Watch and our very own James Creedon is here with me in the studio. Hi, James.
Evening, Aurora.
And we'll start with the French commemorations of the Southern landings. That was 70 years ago.
That's right, it came 10 weeks after D-Day 70 years ago, and it's been described as a sort of a pincer because with D-Day, the D-Day landings in Normandy and these landings in the south of France, it really squeezed the Nazi occupation. So what you have is the French Defence Ministry that decided today to live tweet those events as they happened 70 years ago. So you can see if you scroll down through those tweets that the key moments when paratroopers landed, for example, when the various troops and boats were arriving in the Mediterranean Sea, they are all accounted for in those tweets as they happened 70 years ago when Twitter didn't exist. So there you go, a little novel twist from the Defence Ministry. They also, on the front page of their website, you can see that this is part of a broader effort around the 70th anniversary commemorations to bring these events back to life. You can see all of the key dates in these various different graphics here. This, for example, 22nd, 23rd of August 1944. That was recounting one of the moments in this whole event, Liberation of France. These tweets here under the hashtag Provence 1944, south of France where these landings took place, put the spotlight on individual participants. This guy, Mohamed Meraoui, there were a lot of members of French colonies at the time who participated in the landings. The landings was a strong moment for me because it was the first time I'd put my feet on French soil, and France was a country that I had to participate in liberating. So there you go, various different individuals giving their memories of events as they happened.
Great stories
on the website.
All right, let's move on to a totally different story now. And a Franco-Israeli hacker who's targeted several French media for their coverage of the Israel-Palestine conflict.
That's right. You can see here a screen grab, Aurore, of a Radio France website that was hacked. And you can see that hacked by Ulkan. It says it up there around the top of the screen, and the Israeli flag. So what he's been doing is he's been targeting websites that he thinks are putting forth an image of the conflict that is not favourable to Israel. But what he's taken it one step further in the past week, he's actually targeted journalists specifically for example, in Rue 89, one journalist who had written a profile of the hacker, whose name is Gregory Shelley. He's Franco-Israeli. He goes by the name Ulkan. Ulkan then targeted the parents of this journalist. He got their phone number, rang them up and told them, pretending to be the police, saying that their son had died. Then, sometime later, he convinced the police that a murder had taken place in the apartment of the parents of this journalist, and they broke into the apartment. The police burst in at 4 a.m, and the elderly father of this journalist, who was in poor health, actually had a heart attack a few days later. So the founder of the Rue 89 news website, Pierre Aski, is writing about this incident, saying that several police complaints have been made, but because he's not resident in France, it's very difficult to do anything about it. So a case of what appears to be hacking, which is relatively without consequence apart from the moment when the site is down. It now appears that it has actually had quite serious consequences. So that's one case of hacking and harassment that is concerning more than one French media at the moment. Libération as well, the left-leaning daily, has been affected by that.
Wow. All right, so finally an unflattering photo of famous footballer Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's right. You can see here in the Real Madrid lineup that the over 6 foot tall, 1.83 meter footballer, who's quite a tall individual, decided that he wasn't quite tall enough, Aurore, and he is on tiptoes there. I don't know if it's quite visible in this lineup, next to the French player Benzema, Karim Benzema, and clearly he wants to appear to be taller than Karim Benzema, even though I think they're probably around the same height. So you can see there that internet users have circled the offending tiptoe position, and it's apparently not the first time he's done it as well. He also did it previously with the Portuguese team, standing next to the goalkeeper, who was also on his tiptoes, so clearly there was some competition there. In any case, some French Twitter users have pointed out that former President Nicolas Sarkozy was also guilty of deceiving people about his height in lineups, such as this one with the Obamas. But I suppose, they're Carla Bruni, Michelle and Barack Obama, all quite tall individuals, so I actually have a little bit more compassion for Nicolas Sarkozy in this instance than for Cristiano Ronaldo, who at over 6 feet tall should really just stand on his own
both
2
his
feet.
feet. Thank you very much, James Creedon, for that. And that
Thanks,
wraps up this edition. Do stay tuned to France 24.
Watch France 24 on your smart TV. France 24.